Hi, everyone, and welcome to tonight's FTC End-of-Year Social and Elections. My name is Joy Carandang. I am a graduate student here at UCF studying Tech Comm, and I am currently FTC's Historian and Communication Committee member. Today, I'll be co-hosting this awesome meeting with our immediate past president, John Clement, and we're so excited to have you here. So to begin with, this year, FTC has been doing a lot of events and hosting a bunch of socials for members and non-members alike. It's been amazing getting to know everyone as I'm a new member myself. I joined in the fall of 2022. And yeah, this is such an amazing and supportive environment. And if you are able to, we definitely recommend joining our leadership and committees, which have open positions for today, and we'll be going over some of them towards the end of tonight's presentation. So to begin with, in the fall of 2022, we hosted our first general body meeting, as well as our elections, and it was great getting to know more about FTC then and what each committee role and leadership role entails. And it was also a great introduction to technical communication and the possibilities that lie within the field. We also had quite a bit of storms then, and we had to pause our club events for a while. However, we were there to support each other through and through. And yeah, we definitely took that time to tend to personal events in our lives, and we definitely bounced back from that. Following in November, we hosted our mentoring program interest meeting with STC and FTC. This is a yearly event as well as program, which brings together experienced professionals in tech comm, as well as students or early career professionals, just to get that mentorship as well as guidance towards finding their niche in tech comm, as well as building their portfolio and skill set. Later that month, we also hosted a LinkedIn workshop by John Clement, who guided us through LinkedIn. And through that meeting, we also learned how to create our own profiles and network with one another via the website's various features.
Yeah, and as Joy said, during her great introduction and recap of the fall meetings, we've had so many great opportunities to well, of course, first meet and spend more time with each and every one of you, and really just continue to grow as a club, both membership-wise, leadership-wise, and through the programs that we could offer. So it really was a great time through and through, even during the beginning of the year, which seems to have flown by absolutely. And yeah, it really has, but always a great time with FTC. And some of the socials that we had, we were able to thankfully have a lot of socials this year. So of course we had workshops and we were able to teach a lot of things, bring in guest speakers throughout the fall. And we also had the opportunity to meet some new and friendly faces and introduce people to the club and just have some fun with each other. We had our opening night tabling in August, where a few of us went over to UCF and set up a table, introduced others to the club, talked about FTC, and really made sure to put ourselves out there when the semester started. And it was a fun time getting to meet some of you and just get things started with that first event. And after that, we had soon after a trivia night with Sigma Tau Delta. So that was a hybrid event. We had a lot of attendees, both in person and virtual, and we got together to do lots of trivia, and it was a really fun time. It was led by some of our FTC members, leaders, some Sigma Tau Delta leaders, and trivia was hosted by Henry Keating, who did a fantastic job of just setting up some really fun original trivia questions for all of us to to work on, and also like a scoring system where at the end of the night, our members, well, of course, there was some friendly competition, and some of us walked away with some little goodies provided by Sigma Tau Delta in the form of some giveaway books. So that was a really fun time and a great big social to start off the semester. And then throughout the rest of the fall, we had a Halloween game night in October. Always a fun time with that. We had a virtual one, play some Jackbox Party Pack games. We had a PowerPoint party, which was Sigma Tau Delta, and that was another fun opportunity just to collab with their club and do some fun things online. With this one, we had a blast. Pretty much any member who wanted to could bring forth a PowerPoint on their favorite Christmas topic, and pictured there is a favorite Christmas song that was featured in the PowerPoint presentation, and just a fun time kind of geeking out about stuff that we like. And then to cap off the fall, we at the end of the semester had a Bahama Breeze social. So a few of us got together to eat, have a fun time, and yeah, socials like these are just a really great way to populate the fall semester with just ways to have fun with each other, get in touch with each other, and just grow as a community. So really thankful for these.
Yes. Following our fall lineup of events and socials, during the spring, we've been very busy just planning out and hosting meetings for our members. And yeah, we had a great time. We had a great time providing more information and share skill sharing workshops for everyone, including our L3 Harris two-part general body meeting. Because we had so many individuals from L3 Harris who were so kind and generous to come in and talk about their internship. We had two events, and the first one being entering the tech comm field. And that was a great Q&A session just to talk about the internship, as well as how to join TechCom if you are from a different type of background, such as engineering. And during part two, we hosted a TechCom engineering and management at L3 Harris. And then our panel talked a bit more about the workflows at L3 Harris and what types of skills that they're looking for in the people who were applying to the internships. And overall, it was a great time. Next, in February, we hosted our annual STC FTC joint meeting. And this year, our topic was on young tech comm professionals. And as you can see on the top, we have our panel of young tech comm professionals, including many STC and FTC alumni, such as Shannon, James, Cora, and Julia. It was fantastic getting to talk to them and hear about how their experiences in both organizations shaped their career, as well as some tips that they were able to give us about how to get into tech comm and where to get started. The following February, we had 4 workshops at the Spark STEM Fest, and before this, we had 2 groups consisting of a design team and presenters who worked on our materials as well as preparations for the event. And overall, it was a wonderful time being able to present these workshops at the Orlando Science Center to many budding technical communicators and kids just wanting to learn more about careers in STEM. In February, I believe a week or 2 afterwards, we had our blogging to build your professional portfolio skill sharing workshop, which was hosted by our own publications committee member, Alex C. And it was a wonderful time. She provided so many resources on how to get started. And she also stressed the importance of how important it is to have a set schedule and sort of rhythm in just building up your own blog. And we learned a lot through it. The following March, we promoted a UCF workshop by Dr. Singer on finding a job in TechCom. And through that event, she shared many resources and materials on how to go about your job search, as well as how to see if a particular posting is right for you. And please stay tuned, because in the coming weeks, we plan on sharing the full recording as well as the document that she showed us. In April, we had our How Tech Writers Save the World time. And through that, we basically represented our presentation from the Spark STEM Fest. And this time we tailored it to a new panel of attendees, such as college students and those looking to enter the field of technical communication. Through that, we also talked about the benefits of volunteerism and the ways that you can get started by volunteering and collaborating in STC Florida and FTC. And last night, we hosted our UX UI presentation with Zachary Miller. It was great having him on our general body meeting, as he is a FTC alum and past leader. And last night, he shared a lot of valuable information on the differences between UX and UI and just how interdisciplinary the field is. And additionally, he talked about 2 of his case studies, including his dissertation. And through that, he included a list of research methods and types of data that one looks into while conducting their own research. And of course, now we are right here at our end of the year social elections, and we're so excited that you all were able to make it. Oh, John, your mic is off.
Oh no, always got to happen at least once.
No worries.
But I was just saying, yeah, it really was a packed spring semester, but in the best way. Just so many things to learn and so many just activities done. Yeah, like a, it was a really just full time of just FTC events, STC events too. But really grateful for all the things that we were able to host together as a team, and all the guest speakers who gave us opportunities to hear from them too. Like that is always something that is appreciated and something that we learn so much from. And on that note, we had some socials as well this semester. We had a few of them, but they were all very fun ones. In January, we started off the semester around the beginning of it with an in-person social. We did some mini golf, and that was a really fun time. A good opportunity for a couple of us members to just hang out, have a good time doing mini golf, and just start off the semester in a fun way. So hoping to bring things like that back in the future. Then we also had a virtual game night in February for the game Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. So this is kind of a precursor to Spark STEM Fest because, as Joy mentioned, our presentation was about teaching younger kids about technical communication in a fun way. And one of the ways we did that is through video game, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, which is basically a game about defusing bombs using a specific set of instructions. And if you don't follow those instructions well enough, oops. And so we played that game together and had a fun time kind of course, playing the game and also tying it back into TechCom, like why are instructions important? And in this case, like in a case like this, very important. So that was a fun game night. And then in March, we had a Discord meme game night, pictured on the right. So basically, we brought in a bunch of, at first, it was going to be, I think, a Jackbox game night, just Jackbox Party Pack games. But then, we decided to go a different direction and we're like, yeah, you know what? There's a bunch of memes we want to add to the Discord server. Let's just spend the night doing that and having them compete against each other. So if you're on the Discord at any point during that, sorry, you probably got like 100 messages from all of us have taken part in that combined. But on the bright side, we ended up choosing the server's favorite Discord emotes and adding like a bunch of them. And of course, the This Is Fine dog was one of them. Elmo was another one, and Kronk is of course up there too. So it was a wacky game night, but a very fun one, and we all enjoyed each other's love of memes. So very TechCom related, of course, but it was such a fun time. And then last but not least for our social, we recently had our Dungeons and Dragons social, which was a great way to for each of us to play Dungeons and Dragons together. Just role playing game. We each made our own characters and put ourselves in different scenarios, and just we're able to have a fun time together as a group, an adventuring party, so to say. And so yeah, we're hoping to do some more of those in the summer. And if you've never played Dungeons and Dragons, don't worry, we do several of them, and they're very welcome to new players. And it's a really fun time, especially if you enjoy the concept of creating your very own character and just going on, making up adventures and going on them, and just tabletop games in general. So very fun.
Yes, and likewise, our partner organization, STC Florida, hosted a range of events this year, including their monthly networking socials. They also had guest speakers come, as well as hosted a range of skill sharing meetings, such as their TechCom Tools meeting, their Madcap Flare meeting, their Problem Solvers meeting, as well as our joint meeting with them that we had, I believe, in February. And just recently, they hosted an employment panel, a leadership and volunteerism panel. And throughout the year, we have our joint mentoring program as well. And so if you're interested in finding a recap or recording of any of these events, please check out our Discord via our, I believe, STC News and recordings channels, where you can find the full recordings and recaps right there.
All right, and so we wanted to next up, after talking about the many meetings and social that we had throughout the year, it was just a packed year for things to learn and ways to have fun with each other. We wanted to spotlight the heart of FTC, which is our community, and that being just the members that we have, the leaders that we have, who is involved in our different activities and programs, even who's graduating this semester. We want to celebrate everyone who's graduating. So really, we treasure our FTC community, our FTC family, and we want to spotlight just some of the amazing people who have been part of it or been at the heart of our club this year. And so, for FTC leadership in 2022 and 2023, well, also, this is, did I take your slide, Joy, or is this mine?
Oh, I can take over the slide.
Okay, sorry, I think I went out of order for a little bit, but sure, you can take this one. I'll take the next one.
No worries. Yeah. So throughout the year, we had many talented and supportive individuals in our leadership team who kept all of our events and events and functions ready, as well as kept everything going, such as our president, Juliana Shook, and she did a wonderful job helping behind the scenes and talking to our officers as well as our FTC advisors about the intricacies of our club. We also had two vice presidents this year, Ben Bowles, who served as VP in the spring, and our own Zachary Miller, who just hosted his own UX UI meeting last night. He was the vice president in the fall. Of course, we have our treasurer, Cassandra Ortega. She's been doing a lot of awesome work in collaboration, especially with our FTC merch and fundraiser. And thank you so much, Cassandra. And also we have our secretary, Dominic Chiovari, who has recently joined our FTC Comms Committee. And yeah, he's a wonderful addition to the team. And this year we had 2 historians. In the fall, Alexandra A. served as the historian, and she actually worked on this amazing slides presentation, and I think she contributed to the article about just mental health and also just taking care of yourself throughout finals. And I believe it's yeah, it was a really great article as well, and I really enjoyed reading that. And throughout this spring semester, I served as historian, and through, it's been an amazing experience getting to know everyone. And yeah, everyone has been great and so kind. And I'm looking forward to continuing to serve FTC and being a part of the team. We have our immediate past president, John Clement, who is here today. He's been co-hosting, and yeah, it's been wonderful getting to know him and everyone else. And lastly, we have our FTC advisors, Dr. J.D. Applin and Dr. Carolyn Glasshoff, who will be coming today to help facilitate our summer elections.
And so next up was each of our amazing officers, current and present, just represented. And I also want to say thank you to each of the officers as well. We have our committee members who have been the heart and soul of our creative projects through the club. We have our communications committee, which has worked on promotions and outreach, our publications committee, which has worked on just things like new articles for the club, such as what Joy mentioned, that several committee members had worked on, or several leaders had worked on, like with mental health during the school year and finals time, or even just some other things throughout the year, like brochures. So publications has worked on that. And the website committee, which has worked on updating and innovating our website and our content on the website. So our committees have done fantastic work. And yes, our communications committee has involved Michael, Winnie, Chantal, Joy, and each of you, and recently Dominic. And just so many great things have come from this year's communications committee. And our publications committee was Alex, Danielle, Glenn, and our website committee. Of course, publications committee had amazing contributions to, as I mentioned, several brochures and several articles, and including just things throughout the school year, which we're grateful for. And our website committee, we have Cassandra, Andrew, and Winnie. Sorry, I forgot to add Winnie to the website committee one there, but she is an OG website committee one from this year, and she's been an excellent addition to really each of our committees, but especially to the website committee. So many great times working with everyone on that committee. And so, yeah, I really just have, like, truthfully, the work that our committees have done and our officers have done this year leaves me speechless so many times because just so many creative things have come from them. Every time I go on, I just see the new graphics coming out and promotions and posts coming out from communications. I'm like, wow. Like, if I were new to the club, I would definitely be like, oh my gosh, I have to join the club. And it's just such a fun group. And with publications, I love the talent behind it. Just everyone who was on the committee was so dedicated, such a good writer and contributor too. And not to mention that, just like Alex A had made some brochures for the club, Alex C had, and soon to be posted are some things on blogging. She has some blogging experience, so she had a presentation on blogging earlier in the spring, and to be posted on the website soon, once it goes through its next update, are a kind of guide on how to blog and kind of, or a guide on how to format blog posts if you're a first timer, and a kind of advice article on why to do blogging, kind of like she talked about at her presentation. So, long story short, publications and everyone on it were fantastic and have offered great insights. And website committee, of course, Cassandra, Andrew, Winnie, just I love seeing how the website has grown over time and all the innovations that have been made. And who knows, over the next over the next few semesters, the more and more time the website committee has to cook it up, it's gonna end up being even more amazing. So yeah, just thank you to all our committee members and all of our leaders this year.
Yes, it's been a great year. And like John said, we really appreciate all of you for all your contributions and hard work. And things will only keep getting going up from here. So yeah, lots of amazing things to look forward to in the future. And from our mentorship meeting, we were able to pair 10 groups or pairings of mentors and mentees. Including myself and my mentor, Julia Southwick. It's been an amazing time just getting to know her and having that guidance as well as support as someone who is new to the field of TechCom. And if you're available tomorrow, I definitely would love to have you attend our meeting on MailChimp as a tool for community engagement, which will be held on Zoom at, I believe, 6:30 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. And for more information on that, please stay tuned in our Discord server where we will keep you updated. And another awesome pairing that we have from this year is Bethany and Chantel. And to follow, we have Rachel and Dominic, Joe Ryan, who is mentoring both Alex A. and Andrew, Jen Buckley, who is mentoring Winnie, Alessandra Lopez, she's continuing to mentor Zachary Miller, Dan Voss is mentoring Niana. Jonathan Neal is mentoring Rolanda Fuller. And finally, WC is mentoring Nicole. So yeah, it was a great first initial meeting, just being able to talk about the mentorship program, as well as finally being paired with our mentors. And if you are comfortable doing so, we definitely recommend you sending some of your accomplishments from this year to my mentor, Julia Southwick, via our accomplishments channel on Discord. If you do so, you'll be featured in an upcoming Memo to Members article that will spotlight everyone's achievements, whether personal, academic, or professional. So at your earliest convenience, please do so there. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me at any time. Oh, John, I'm sorry. Your mic is off again.
Oh no, twice in one meeting.
No worries.
But where was I? Yes. So we looked at our amazing leadership team, and thank you to everyone who's been on the leadership team. I could go on forever. You really make up the FTC family, and also our mentors and mentees, who I've loved seeing the pairings that have gone on this year. And next up, we have a couple more groups we want to highlight. One of them is our Spark STEM Fest volunteers. So again, this was our event where a group of our leaders and members volunteered to host a presentation at the Orlando Science Center. So really, it wasn't just a presenting too. There were a good amount of us who helped out with the creation of the presentation, some items like flyers for FTC, the presentation slides, even creating a small website about technical communication. And really, it was contributions from everybody pictured and on the list that made Spark STEM Fest with FTC what it was. The time leading up to it had some great involvement opportunities, and these are great items that if any of you want to do Spark STEM Fest in future years, or anybody who's hearing this wants to do Spark STEM Fest in future years, it makes for a great project experience, just creating these items and it's TechCom experience. And also just a great time to be with each other and have a fun time presenting together. And of course, exploring the Science Center, super fun time. It's great over there. And so our volunteers were Joy, myself, Caitlin, Cassandra, Winnie, Dominic, Juliana, Chantal, Delaney, Jasmine, and Danielle. And yes, Spark STEM Fest was an amazing time. We enjoyed all the things that we created, the time that we got to spend with each other, even the time afterward where we just explored the Science Center and hung out in the area and had some food, everything like that. So thank you again to everyone who is part of Spark STEM Fest. And it's just one of the many things that we do in FTC, but this is definitely one of the bigger ones because of how closely we get to work as a team during that time and how fun it is to deliver that presentation and kind of just show off what we've learned in our TechCom journeys because everyone has something to offer.
And next, we are happy to present our lineup of STC Summit 2023 attendees, many of them who are here today, and we're so glad to have you here. They include Jasmine, Dominic, John, Chantel, Delaney, and Cassandra. And we're so excited to send them off to Atlanta, where they will be volunteering as student volunteers and learning so much about our field through many professionals and seasoned speakers as well. And to support their journey to the summit, John and Cassandra have been working very hard to create and organize both FTC merch sales and an ongoing fundraiser on a GoFundMe page. And yeah, those have been great events. For the FTC merch, I believe that we were able to exceed our initial target goal of merchandise sold with 12 sales of articles of clothing, which was amazing. And yeah, be on the lookout, those who purchased your FTC merch. They will be coming out recently or shortly. And yes, John is repping our our print, I Can Technically Communicate. It was created last year by our designer, a t-shirt designer winner, Cora, who is currently working as a project coordinator. And yeah, she's traveling in Baja, I believe, and she's having a great time. She was also a speaker at our FTC STC joint meeting, and it was wonderful getting to hear about her experiences since she graduated last year. And yeah, it was an amazing time. And going back to our fundraiser, we have reached, we've neared our midway goal of I believe around $300 out of our $750 goal, and we appreciate everyone who have contributed to both of our efforts. And if you can, we definitely recommend sharing the fundraiser to everyone you know, and all proceeds will be going towards our summit attendees journey, as well as future FTC funding.
Right, awesome. And yes, can't wait for all the things to come through for the summit and for fundraising that's ongoing. So many exciting things. And so next up, one of the biggest things that we want to highlight during this presentation is our graduating members. Oh, wow, why? I don't want to say goodbye yet. But of course, with it being the end of the semester, end of the school year, we want to recognize those of our members who are graduating, who have taken the time to be part of FTC and are going to be stepping into the next phase of their career and their life through graduation. And so we have a few who submitted testimonials and information to us. And we just want to show just who they are. And these are some of our members who we treasure, we value. Sorry to see them go, but we're super excited for them to move on to this next phase. And so a few of our members who are graduating include Alexandria Ashley, who goes by she, her pronouns, who majors in English Tech Com, minored in writing and rhetoric. We also have Julia Carney, who goes by she, her pronouns, majoring into English Tech Com, minoring in writing and rhetoric. We also have Nyana Jeffcoat, who goes by she, her pronouns, major in creative writing, minor in Tech Com, and editing and publishing certificate. And then we have a couple more who we want to highlight as well on this next slide.
Yes.
We also have, oh, sorry, go ahead. Forgot about that. Yes.
It's no problem. Yes, we also have two graduating members who have been active FTC leaders as well, and they're both here today. Please welcome Michael and Dominic. Michael goes by he, him pronouns, and he majored in English Technical Communication and minored in both mass culture and collective behavior, as well as women's gender studies. And we also have Dominic, who is a new addition to our communications committee, and he majored in English Technical Communication. And yeah, please feel free to say anything about your journey. And yeah, we really appreciate both of you being such valuable leaders in our team.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be super sad seeing everybody go. But yes, everyone has been amazing. And yeah, if you want to, Michael, not to put you on the spot, you're free to just if you want to say any parting words to the leadership team or anything of that sort, definitely feel free. Although if not, no worries too.
Sure. No, I'll just jump in for a minute. John, you've been great. You're one of the very first people I met in FTC. It's likely you were the first, but everyone I've met here has been great. And it's been very lively in the Discord server. I've enjoyed it throughout these last few years. I'm happy to say I've been with a company that treats me and their employees well, which is a nice change from a couple employers before that. And at this stage, they're a foot in the door that I have to move on to a technical writing role right now. Just started a project working with a project coordinator at the company as my mentor and using tools for project management and technical writing to really start that journey officially, because up to this point the role has been rotational, and now that the company has been listening to what I'm interested in longer term, and responding. So it's great. And I encourage all of you, just be very upfront with your employers if you're not already working with one, that you tell them exactly what you're looking for. Don't compromise. You can, especially now, the last few years, the labor market and everything has changed a lot. You might have more leverage than you think you have and that kind of thing. So yeah, just to encourage all of you. Everyone I've met here has been great, and go Knights.
Charge on. Oh, thank you, Michael. It's really great. Also, really great hearing your insights, and I'm super happy for you too. Just your professional journey and just moving into TechCom, and even just the projects that you're working on now. Super great to hear that. And like, if I could give you, if I were able to give you like a virtual years of service medal right now, I definitely would, because it's been so great all these years that you've been at FTC.
You know what? That's great. I appreciate it. I'll settle for a slew of emotes. That's perfectly okay with me.
Yes.
And the more
okay,
screaming
yeah.
Jessies, the better.
Yes, we all gotta drop some screaming Jessies in the chat for Michael when graduation comes. That will be the send off.
Will do.
But yes, thank you so much. And of course, to everyone who's not in attendance or was pictured earlier, we thank them just as much for being part of FTC. And like we said, just our community, our members, our leaders are part of the FTC family. And we're super excited to just see each of you go on to your new parts of your journeys. And at the end of the day, that's the goal of the club as the Future Technical Communicators Club, to help our members proceed into the next phase of their careers. And so just by seeing everyone graduate, it's a really special moment, especially by being part of FTC. And we hope that we were able to, just as a club, be there for each other. And, for each of our graduates, I'm glad that we could all be there for each other up to this graduation time. And of course, beyond, because we're always alumni friendly. No one's ever a stranger. I speak for that too, because I graduated, but I'm sticking around. Like, can't get rid of me. Even if it's long in the future, I'll be both. I was gonna say memeing around, but participating in discussion, memeing around second. I won't just be memeing around. 90% memeing around, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you all. And next up, oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say next up to you, Joy.
Yeah, no worries. I was just gonna say, yeah, definitely, like John said, please don't be a stranger. And I believe we do have a graduates channel on our Discord server. So yeah, um yeah, feel free to catch us up on your lives and everything. And we're definitely happy to talk to returning faces and see where you go from here with your tech comm journeys. And moving forward, we are there's a lot of things and a lot of developments ahead in FTC, such as our fundraising as well as future summer events. So please stay tuned within all of our socials and email and Discord promotions, where we'll be sure to keep you up to date on all of that. And this includes our ongoing summit fundraiser. Like I said before, we are nearly at our half mark towards our goal of $750. And again, we really appreciate everyone who contributed so far. And it's been wonderful seeing everyone's support, especially through our socials like LinkedIn. And yeah, the fundraiser will officially close the day before, I believe, of the summit on May 13th. So in the meantime, please share it with everyone you know. And yeah, it's going to be great seeing all of our STC Summit attendees attend their first summit. And yeah, lots of great things ahead.
And then, of course, if you're not connected with us, whether you're watching this or you have any platforms that you aren't connected with us on yet, just feel free to visit our link tree, linktr.ee/ucf.ftc, and that'll bring you to our list of all our different platforms, some links that we feature, including Discord, our different social medias, our club website, and more. So, including the fundraiser that we have that pasted onto our link tree. So if you're looking for ways to connect with us or just to see our most recent links and ways that you can get involved with the club, support the club, just feel free to visit our link tree or reach out to any of us, whether it be email, Instagram, Discord, and one of us will make sure that you're connected. Because yeah, we're super happy to have anyone join our platforms and keep up with updates, especially things like our mailing list to receive all our announcements, our Discord to do the same and also just chat with us in between meetings, and anything else that you may want to support, such as that fundraiser. So our link tree and the code right next to it bring you right over to that. And then, of course, we'll be sharing any links that you might want afterward. After this main presentation, we're going to be having a pause, sticking around for a few moments, and then elections afterwards. So you can ask us anything then too. But yep, just remember our link tree if you want to access our links at any time.
Yes. So in closing, we have many great events that are coming our way, such as our STC Summit conference trip in May. And so all of our attendees are gearing up for that. And yeah, be on the lookout for updates with photos and possibly videos in the near future. Of course, we'll be doing some transitioning with our leadership. We have many amazing and talented individuals who signed up to be nominated for various leadership roles and committee roles as well. And if you bought your t-shirt, they're definitely on the way. So please stay tuned for that. It's going to be great just to see everyone repping FTC. And finally, we will have a FTC member survey. I believe that it'll be released very soon. And in it, please feel free to share any feedback for us, and we'll definitely keep you all in the loop of what's to come. And for the summer, we have multiple FTC socials and STC meetings that are planned then. So yeah, just make sure to check our socials as well as email outreach for updates on that. And of course, in the next school year, in the fall semester, we'll have plenty of time and events just to welcome new members and to stay involved, as well as get to know everyone. So all in all, it's been an amazing year, and we thank all of you for contributing and being a part of the FTC family.
Yeah, exactly as Joyce said. Thank you all again for anyone who's here, who's watching, for just being part of FTC this school year, whether it be for a little bit or for a long time, to a few meetings or to some, or even just chatting with us, or if you're going to plan to get more involved in the future, or if you're graduating, anyone who's been part of FTC, especially during this past school year. We're thankful for you. Uh, we appreciate you wholeheartedly. And yeah, we're excited for what's to come. This past year has been an amazing one, packed with so many things and so many great connections made between us, our members, our leaders, mentors and mentees, our volunteer groups, everyone who's getting more involved in the coming times. All those have been great connections made. So we're really thankful for that and for this past year that we've been able to recap for you here today. So in just a bit, we're going to be pausing this recording and hopping on to just a few minutes of break time, and then we can do some chatting in between, and then our elections in a few minutes, where we're going to select our summer 2023 leadership team. So that will be an exciting time. But for the presentation itself, this has been an amazing time. And thank you, Joy, too, for co-hosting and just presenting everything, and yeah, just for being part of this presentation. And of course, for everybody who's been here for this presentation. So yeah, once again, thank you, everybody. We can't wait for next year. It's going to be just as great as this one, if not even better than this one.